Hi, welcome to I Unlimited, committed to helping you find your best self and inner peace.
Hey friends. So I was reminded again today of how everything's about balance, isn't it? Between doing and not doing. And one of the things I noticed is it isn't enough just to have a balance for me between work and not work. Because if I don't have something that I'm enjoying, that I can say, well, I can't just, be doing all the time. There has to be some rest. But I'll just sit and do nothing. And then, like I said, the sands of my hourglass just settle. It becomes heavier and heavier. And it's fine. I mean, there are times when that's completely fine to do nothing, to rest. But I'm better when I choose that. When I know after this, I'm maybe even take a nap. If I'm tired, to choose it rather than just sit waiting for something to see what happens to come along to engage me. Because usually, nothing. Of course, then what do? We pick up our phones, social media. That's not engaged. That's not, doing something. So I'm noticing that it's better for me to have options, have some things like, okay, when I'm done with this, why don't I do this? I have to be careful. I don't know about you, about now not turning that into, okay, now I have to do this. Now I have to do this. Okay, am I doing it right? But just to have something, that I do enjoy, whether it's reading a book or, even doing stretching. Because, once I'm done with something, there's such a tendency, of the work stuff to be like, oh. And so one of the things, again, just breathing is everything. It's just everything, that taking that deep breath. When we breathe shallowly, we're not oxygenating, everything is more tired, and it just is easy to settle in, right? Breathing fully, expanding ourselves, getting that fresh breeze blowing right through us, refreshing us, reinvigorating us, but having something. And I think this happens many, many times in our life, what do we do, with the transitions of life? So transitions from working to stopping working. But even, we tend to be like, go, 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 right? And then when something interrupts that, it's like, oh, like all done, nothing. No, we don't go into nothingness. We go into another facet of ourselves and our lives. And we have to have those facets polished and available, right? And I remember when my mother at 79, whoops, trash truck, we're going to bark. Thanks, buddy, enough. When my mother broke a bone in her foot and she was in a cast and she was unable to do anything. We're going to pause this. Okay, sorry about that. So she was suddenly, you don't plan for an accident, right? And she was so frustrated and it's just like, damn, I didn't plan for this. I had things on my calendar. And I had gone over to help her. She couldn't walk. She was on crutches. And I said, okay. And I would park a chair someplace and put her in it. And like, let's at least accomplish something so that these 6 or 8 weeks, you don't get to the end of it and just have lost 6 or 8 weeks of your life. We've actually accomplished something. So I was cleaning out closets and all kinds of stuff, which she really didn't love because she was not mentally prepared for that. But it's a transition, right? From working to retiring, from parenting full-time to having an empty nest. So many things that we do. Like I said, even just stopping work at the end of a day. How many people are just, no, I just want to sit and, look at the TV and veg out. Don't bother me. There's still, life. There's still not only the people in your life, but you. So not only the things that, as I'm trying to balance between work and not work and have something, what is that not work doing for me or to me? Is it, enhancing me? Is it having me feel invigorated, engaged, uplifted, restored, refreshed, relaxed? Or does it have me feel tired, irritable, tense, disengaged? Don't bother me. I don't want to be there. And again, nothing wrong with any of these as long as we're conscious about it. If we're saying, you know what, I need 20 minutes of just don't bother me. Just let me be at peace and breathe. And we are breathing and we are shaking it off and we are restoring ourselves and we're resetting. Totally fine, right? I used to volunteer for the developmentally disabled community, and I had to be very aware when I was reaching my limit, especially on days that I would have them for 12 hours, because I didn't want to get to that point where I was snappy and irritated. So when I felt that starting to rise, I'd say, you know what, guys, I need 5 minutes of quiet. Let's find a place. Let's sit. Let's look at people. I could tell somebody, what's your favorite color? Look for it. But I just need 5 minutes. And purposely letting everything shake off. So again, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you shut people out, you completely disengage. We're also disengaging from ourselves, usually, right? And that's the ultimate pit. So anyway, no answers, not telling you what to do or how to do it, just something to be aware of as, it's coming forth to me again of, we talk about balance. You can't just work, have that. But what is that not work stuff? Are we not planning it necessarily like it's carved in stone, but having options of something that restores you, invigorates you, engages you, right? Rather than just sitting, because when we sit and we allow everything to settle, it just drags us down. And then we have to work to pull back up. So, as always, breath is everything. Breathe in, even as you hear this, even as you consider this. Deep, full breaths to expand and clean out yourself and see what comes forward for you. See what rises up. And in the meantime, keep shining your light.
I hope this video helped you rise higher and shine brighter. Keep going. Invest just a few minutes here with me each day, and you'll see your happiness, fulfillment, and inner peace grow. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe to this channel so others can find their best selves in inner peace too.